Shut up, Jardin! Welcome back to Frequently Urgent Questing, and the 6th episode of The Quest of Many Things. I'm your DM, Jardin, and our players are here. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Hi.
We're not starting this.
Listen, you gave us the opportunity and we took it.
That's fine. A recap of last time. You went to a town, you watched a play by Bill Shakeshalbert.
Yep.
You convinced some gnomes to join your cult. Morfran, that's what you did. And you all went to the Heavenly Pavilion, and you got some information as to your quarry. And it is... I'll look at my notes real quick, because I actually have them now. The attack was near the Trestal Woods and the Tilcester Rock.
Cool information that we definitely have had this whole time.
Totally. Mm-hmm. Which was south about 3-ish days.
Yeah. You're saying it was a few days.
And nothing happened last night at all.
No.
Morning. Okay.
Morfran had a very restful night's sleep on the floor, as usual.
Nice.
Merlin is trying to make rooster sounds at the sun, and it's not going well.
Give me a performance check.
That's natural 6. Plus 0, so natural 6.
Two people you can hear banging on the wall next to you. Shut up! Shut up!
Shut that goddamn chicken up!
One of them is Tiggles.
Why am I beating on there? Shut the hell up!
That goddamn chicken. Another one of Merlin's many pseudonyms.
Yeah.
The shrieking chicken. There you go.
Yep.
Good God.
Alright. Well, I get up and gather my things and head downstairs for first light.
Yep.
As you head downstairs, it's still quite a bit of people here. You know, the rooms are mostly full from all of the sort of survivors from whatever attacks. Probably not wanting to go back the way they came. And so it's fairly lively even for, in the morning.
Great. Well...
Do the rest of you convene downstairs?
Yeah, I head down. I just
Nice.
gather the little things I have. Just...
Hear someone grin like, God, who fucking brings a chicken into their room?
As Tiggles was walking downstairs, he raised his hand.
Yeah.
We do. Very large chicken. Fucked up chicken.
Another pseudonym of Merlin.
So Merlin kind of waits to see if anybody else is gonna get breakfast or something, but doesn't wait more than maybe 30 seconds and then just wanders outside.
Okay. Alright, Merlin's outside.
Okay. I'm going to try to convince the inn to sell me provisions for our trip.
What are you looking for?
Food provisions, mostly.
Yeah, but what kind?
Just food for your trip,
Yeah.
rations and stuff?
Yeah.
The barkeep,
And also if maybe she can make me a bacon sandwich.
yeah, she goes, we can give you a bacon sandwich, but we can't really sell you our kitchen food, so you can go to the market and probably get some stuff, although they're a little barren because of the lack of shipments coming in.
I can teleport. We don't need to walk.
Yeah, you can teleport.
I can teleport everyone here.
One by one?
No, all together. It's up to 9 willing creatures. It's a teleportation spell.
Well, it was only
Do you
one.
have to know where you're going for teleportation?
So there's a slight chance things will go wrong because I only know it by description. That was why I made sure that we got a very accurate description last night.
Gotcha.
So I can go to places that I have heard of.
Fine. I just want a really big bacon sandwich.
You receive it.
Excellent.
Tiggles
Good
also
God.
wants a bacon sandwich.
Everyone gets a bacon sandwich.
Jasper, do you two want a bacon sandwich? Do you
Yeah.
pile in on this?
Yeah.
Alright.
Are you kidding? Of course I want a bacon
So
sandwich.
while that's happening,
On a bagel, applewood smoked bacon with cheddar.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Friday.
I break it in half and I feed half of it to Bacchus.
Just grab mine and head out to Merlin. Just
Yeah.
doop, doop, doop.
okay,
Alright,
so
I'll meet
I am hobble walking over to the arch, and I want to cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay.
Which I believe is 10 plus whatever level the arch is, which is probably insane. And I roll Arcana? Is that correct?
I need to read that spell again to see how this will go.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. This is not what I expected.
This Mostly Silent Air is brought to you by my crazy wife. Boy, does she do crazy things as a crazy
DC
player.
equals 10 plus the
I'm at
spell's level.
76% sanity today. This was well thought out.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So, fuck, that wasn't very good. Hold on. Hold on. It's 16. So if it's a level 6, which I doubt it is, I bet it's higher.
No, you attempt to dispel the magic, and you can see your magic start to sort of spread over, and then it just fizzles out.
There are a lot of really pissed off extraplanetary people.
They don't seem to notice it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I take the deck out, and I take the vortex card, and I push it against the arch. Just in case. Just checking.
So, against the stone of the arch? Okay, yeah, you just like, it just makes a clacking sound
Put it in.
as it hits the stone, and nothing happens.
Okay, I put it back away, and I go back over to Morfran. Just checking.
Yeah, no, you're smarter than me.
It was a weird thing to find in the middle of this town.
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
is
if I
weird.
roll high enough, I want to see, just in case, this is something that he hid in there for us to come back to later. Because it made sense to me.
Maybe. Anyway.
I didn't succeed, so there's still a chance.
I see Merlin coming back over from trying to put the card on the arch, and I like wave my hammer at her, like, smash?
You see Merlin really seriously consider it, and then a little shake of the head, like, nah, probably a bad
I
idea.
put the hammer back.
Okay. You sheath
Can you
your
imagine?
hammer.
We just start destroying
I
this
don't even want
ancient
to
arch.
even begin to tell you
That
what would happen.
sounds like a really bad idea.
It would be a bad idea.
Alright. You got your stuff.
I'm not
That's our
entirely
group
certain
seven.
what would have happened if I'd managed to spell it, but I just thought I'd give it a go.
I don't even hear.
We all
Right?
die immediately. End of campaign.
I will say, for expediency's sake, you were able to procure provisions. How many days of provisions do you want?
It's like 3 days.
Sure. For you and everyone else, or just you?
Just for me.
Okay, you got it.
Of course.
Okay.
And Bacchus, of course.
Yeah. Not that Bacchus needs to eat, but he likes to.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
I don't,
it's not necessary, but I like doing it.
Yeah,
do I need
exactly.
to, I don't remember if I need to eat. I
He
don't
has a
think I
real
need
love
to
for
eat.
avocado.
You don't need to eat,
I was
Jasper.
gonna say, I don't think I do.
You you feel very comfortably satiated at the moment.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I think you eat for the pleasure of it.
Yeah.
So, y'all going on your way, or are you teleporting?
I kind of like gesture at my circlet to Morfran and be like, is that what we want to do?
Ah, yes. I always forget you've got that very convenient little trick up your sleeve.
It's the only shiny thing I have.
I
It's a
suppose
nice
we shall
shiny
do
thing.
this. So I get near her, and I wait for everybody else.
Do you explain what's happening?
Or do you just
Not right
stand
away.
next to me?
Yeah, I just stand patiently next to her and like look at you guys. And,
Have we seen you
No.
teleport before? I was gonna say I don't
Yeah.
think so. If we've seen you, then I would be
No,
like,
I
oh,
did it after everybody went to
I
bed
know what's
last night.
happening, but yeah.
You'd probably want to just yell out to Tiggles because right now all he's doing is chewing on that bacon sandwich, just looking up in
Yeah.
the sky. Just, it's great.
Tiggles, come over here, please.
Just goes on over to you. It's like, oh, okay,
Alright, I'll
yeah.
walk over too, since we seem to be congregating.
Okay, so I have to roll. So I use it to cast the teleport spell. Oh no,
I tell everybody to hold their goats.
it's a mishap, which means we take damage.
Oh, damn.
We're gonna
How
resolve
much?
this in a second.
But how is my sandwich?
Delicious.
Well,
Finished.
Good.
that's not necessarily so.
Like Tiggles needs to zone
What
out.
did you
sometimes
just
so
have?
doesn't kinda
Mishap.
kill
So this
something.
spell's unpredictable magic results in a difficult journey. Each teleporting creature or the target object takes 3d10 force damage. And the GM re-rolls to figure out where you end up.
Right?
So we could end up somewhere completely different from where we.
So you can end up off target in a similar area or on target. So first you'll tell us how much damage we take, and then we'll re-roll to see where we end up.
You all take only 12 points of damage.
Oh, that's good.
It's not too bad.
That's convenient.
Now I have to re-roll
So
to see where.
great.
I guess I should have had you roll.
That's
I
all right.
didn't know that.
Where is
I guess
this
it doesn't
table?
super matter.
There we go. There's the table.
That's fine. I'll get that back very quickly.
Okay, so the first one just... how should this work magically? Because you just fail and then shunt yourself into something.
Basically, it compresses around us, and then we either will show up somewhere, or I don't have to cast it again. We still go somewhere.
Got it.
But you can just take damage multiple times before you get there.
Got it. So you see this magic start to envelop you, and it pulses once, which it hurts. And then all of a sudden you are now teleported onto a road in the middle of a bunch of wreckage of carts and stuff.
Oh.
Well,
I look up and check the sun and make sure that we're in the right portion of road.
You are.
Okay, good.
It was on target for what I rolled.
That's good.
Based off of the description that they gave you, which was very specific. Let's put some stuff out.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Let's build a map.
Yeah.
A map.
Gotta love tiles.
I'm a little bit sad to know that there was a map for trouble we could have gotten into in town and we didn't.
Yes, there was.
Sad.
I feel like there's always going to be trouble we could have gotten into in any town that we go to.
Yeah, but it would have been nice. How do you want it?
Looks like that's fine. And then this is
Jeffrey, would you straighten that?
road over here. So
Oh,
here's the road. The rocks that you see are over that way. Forest is over that way.
And there's
The forest is to the north and the rocks are to the south of the road.
Yeah. Broken. There's some rocks. These are dead.
Dead horses.
These are dead horses.
That's unfortunate.
Do the horses look like they were chewed on or just slashed up?
Both.
So whatever it is, it's got claws and it likes to eat things.
Okay.
I
Here's
kind
your
of hold
minis.
up a talon foot I can relate.
I too like to slash and then eat.
Are these horses recently dead or decayed, rotting dead?
They're starting to decay.
It's been a while because you said it took them
And here is the
like-
whole shoulder.
a week to get back, or it had been a week or something since they were attacked.
We need a new thing for Tiggles.
It took them 2 to 3 days to get up there. Maybe it'd been a day or two.
Okay.
Yeah, so those carts are mostly destroyed. And you see the blood and stuff on the ground.
Blood and stuff.
There are a few corpses as well.
Okay. I guess I just want to generally look around first and see what I see. If there's any indication of exactly what happened, or maybe anything left behind from whatever creature this is, something.
You see, because your passive perception and investigation is ridiculous. I'll just tell you that you see that obviously there was a fight.
Yeah.
They tried to get the wagons going, and then they died. A few people that fled, those were the people that you met at the bar. And you see that there are sort of scratch and slash marks, basically, on all of the corpses and stuff. You do see what you would assume to be acid damage as well. And you see that some of the things have char marks on them.
It's like a weird chimera
And
snake
weird shaped
dragon
scars.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I check the nearest corpse to see if there's anything I can find.
Give me an investigation check.
18?
18. They mostly just common clothes, a little bit of rations on them that are now soaked through. A little pouch of gold, about 5 gold in there.
Take the gold, take the rations.
The bloody rations.
Yeah, take the
Ew.
bloodied rations and then just, stab it.
Okay. You stab into it. You pull out the blade and it's like a viscous kind of sticky blood on there.
I just casually wipe it on my arm and just,
Coagulated.
Yeah, that little patch on your arm is now just that nice color that you like.
yeah, go back to the group.
I take to the air and I want to look from the air and see if I can see anything that would indicate movement or just in case it's nearby.
For the record, I'd like to activate my good day to die.
Oh, okay.
So I double my hit points
16.
and for any of the next encounter.
16? Okay. How do you do that?
I can read it off to you.
No. Like what flavor do you want to put on that?
I'd like to make it look like maybe Morfran is just going to like imagine, like she looks like she's meditating almost, and it looks like she's getting into like a battle-y mindset. Like you just see her entire aura around her just changes, and like she like kind of envisions herself like a little brick wall.
And
I
then
see.
Morfran, the dwarf with 24 AC, now has double the hit points because that's necessary.
You never know.
You never know.
I'll say that as like you're very stoically meditating on that, your armor just gets just like a little bit thicker.
Yeah, because it's kind of like living armor too.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, you as the DM can decide certain things like that, but it would be kind of cool if like certain things like that just kind of like shift on her.
Yeah.
Morfran, do you have lay on hands?
That's a good question.
As a paladin, you should.
Well, I don't know about this subclass.
Lay on hurt is not an option.
Yeah, lay on pain.
That's just Morphin's default.
Because honestly, I could use a little bit of help if we're going to go into a major battle.
Sure.
12 hit points isn't a lot for you guys. It's a ton for me.
What's your max?
60.
60.
Jesus.
Oh, I thought it was a
6
little
0.
higher than that.
Oh,
No.
that's right, you guys. Yeah.
That sucks for
He's
you.
like, what did you do to damage you? I'm like, I'll write the spell.
Yeah, I literally did it to myself.
Yeah, I do have lay on hands. I also have cure wounds.
Okay.
I also have.
Well, I'm in the air right now, but I just,
Oh.
that would be something I would know.
Would
You are
I
passively
have-
regaining
Yeah,
health
so would
at the
I
moment.
already be back up at this
I
point?
think it's
'Cause it's like
1
each
point per round.
turn?
Yeah, you're back up.
So, okay. So, realistically, that was just an inconvenience
Yeah,
for me.
for you, yeah.
I'm like fucking Ben Stiller in Dodgeball. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
So
Good
anyway.
timely reference now that we're recording in 2000, whatever that year was. With your 16
Yeah.
from the air, you are able to see that there are sort of trees kind of pushed aside a little bit and like bigger tracks that you couldn't see while you were down on the ground, but now that you're up, you can see they kind of move off in different directions. So there is one set of tracks that go towards the cliffs, and there's one set that goes into the woods.
Okay. So I want to come back down and I want to look at them more closely now that I know where they are and see if I can tell. They are definitely going in each direction, like from there.
Yeah.
Okay, one's not going to the road and away from the road.
You see a bit of both.
Okay. And they're the same tracks?
Give me an investigation check.
Are you sure it's not survival?
Yeah, sure. Survival's fine.
I think my investigation's better. I don't know why I argued with you. 15.
15. They seem really similar,
Okay.
but one almost seems to be a bit larger than the other.
Okay. So I point at the larger one and I just kind of go like, And then I stand really close to Morfran in hopes that I can get some healing.
Do you give Morfran some sort of sign?
I just kind of like rub up against your side.
Are you bleeding or anything like that? Like,
No, but you felt how hurt you got, so...
It's force damage, like a contusion all over your body.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I stick my hands in your feathers and give you the 12 you lost.
Thank you. I like coo. And like use mage hand to make a little beak to like ruffle your hair under the helm. I guess I can't do that.
I've got
They're
my chops.
sideburns.
Yeah,
Sideburns. I'll go through your chops.
Goodness. You two are
Our
adorable.
romance is a weird one.
To be fair, my hair is visible through the top. They've kind of got like the Loki kind of hair. You know, it's just goat horn.
Yeah.
This is good to
Like a
know. I was
circlet
imagining
kind of
a like full.
No, it's like this weird crown thing. So it covers the back of my head like a full bandana, and it covers the back of my neck, and then it's just goat horns that wrap around. So
That's cool.
they're like, it's not completely encasing the top of my head, but they are covering it. So
Okay.
yeah.
What are all of your passive perceptions?
16?
1,000,000.
I don't think that's a valid number.
17.
8.
16.
Passive perceptions.
My passive perception is 18.
18. Okay.
I mean, granted, Tiggles was just watching you two be cute eating bloody rations, so...
While you were up in the air, you noticed that further north on the road, you could see movement coming your way.
Ooh.
Still a ways out,
Okay.
but there's people approaching.
Oh, it's people. It's like a caravan.
Not a caravan, just people.
Okay. So I very awkwardly try to like pantomime that at Morfran.
Okay.
Make a performance check.
I knew you were gonna do that. 4.
4. More
It's like arms out, and then I'm kind of like walking, because that's how people move.
There are weird straw men approaching.
That's very concerning. And I pull out my hammer.
I nod. I'm
And
like,
I
yeah, that's
I kind of like trot in front of the bird, and I'm like, point me at them.
I point to the north.
Yeah, they're that way towards the
Oh,
north.
just kidding. That's the north?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought the
yeah,
north
no,
was-
I guess north is that way. So it kind of like curves down this way.
Okay, so to the east.
Yeah, to the east. My
Up
apologies.
the road to the east, which is the direction of town, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, I want to kind of go towards the edge of where we are, and kind of just like sentinel.
You can see them approaching now. They're still a ways off. It'll take
Yeah.
them a little while to get to you. So are you going to wait until they arrive?
Yeah.
Okay.
How far away are they? I mean, I don't know really. I know something is coming, but
I'd guess that they're maybe like 20, 30 minutes away from you.
okay.
They're not moving at a fast pace.
They're not close enough.
Head
for
on.
me to-
Yeah. So you're all just waiting.
I mean, are we just gonna
I
stand in the
want
middle of the road?
to I want to fly up and go towards the direction that the larger marks went, and just maybe go like a mile or two,
Okay.
just to kind of scout ahead.
Sure. So Merlin takes off. into the
How
air.
far from the road is the forest?
Ooh.
200 feet maybe.
Oh, that's farther than I thought.
27.
Okay.
Whenever.
Like it's pretty like there's sparse amounts of trees, but like the dense forest hits pretty.
Yeah,
Far.
I was just hoping for some cover, but
Yeah.
there's really
There's
not.
some rocks. There's a few trees nearby. There's obviously the
Yeah.
carts that are broken.
I guess I'll go up behind that big rock.
This one right here. Okay, so you're there. Are you trying to be stealthy or you're just waiting behind there?
I mean, yeah, I would like
Give me a stealth check.
try to be stealthy.
Tiggles, what are you doing?
Well, while continuing to eat the bloody rations,
Ew.
I like see everybody kind of getting into like formation, but then I also kind of like eye the the dead horse. I'm like,
Are you gonna tom and get in the horse? Is that what you're doing?
no.
maybe.
It's just, you know what? I go up to the dead horse and I start stabbing into that just because I don't have that one's blood.
Which horse? There's this one here.
That
towards
one.
Okay, so you move to the one closest to there.
And just kind of make a bloody mess out of it.
So 22 for my stealth check.
That's good.
Why did I create this character?
Yeah, and you're blown off. You did this, so well, we kind of did this.
He was a collective awful.
So we'll get to you, Merlin, first, since you'll be able to see whatever you see. You fly up to where these cliffs are, and you can see that there are multiple sort of like natural cave formations that go into the earth. You do see that some of the trails do go into some of them, but there's not necessarily like a definitive one that you see while you're flying around. You may have to get closer to some.
Of course. Okay. And they're just, you guys are continuing to wait?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to land at a... I don't want to land right next to one. I want to land as far back as I can, and I want to see how recent the marks are, if I can.
Skills for nothing.
7.
7. Hard to tell.
Okay, I take flight and I go back to these guys.
Okay. So Merlin has not returned yet, and you see a bunch of people sort of approach you on foot.
How close are they now?
They're gonna go over there.
Oh, all right. Oh man, they're not gonna like what they see with me.
Well, they can't see you yet. There's the cart in the way.
Thank God.
They don't see
Hey,
you.
it's Blonde Jack Sparrow.
Blonde Jack Sparrow.
Hey, Henry, with an I.
And there's one more.
By the way, you can use this to fly.
Okay.
Oh no, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna have to stack a ton of them if I actually...
Okay, so we'll put him in the front. This one there. Kind of like that. That's a giant snake. Okay, so in front of you, you see a... Oh, wow, that works great.
It's about 60 feet, I'd say.
Yeah. You see a motley crew of people. You see a dwarf. You see a blue-skinned person, which you know to be a water genasi. You see a human. You see a high elf, and you see a Goliath in front of you.
This is quite the variety of individuals.
I like that we
Shocking
keep finding
diversity.
adventuring parties.
Yeah, you're the bad guys.
I know! It's so great!
So the dwarf sort of walks up and sort of like recognizes that you're of dwarvish descent
Sure.
again, and it's just like, "Hello."
Hail, adventurers. I cannot let you pass beyond this point, for we are currently investigating a crime scene.
He kind of just takes in for a moment, like, but that's what we're doing. We heard that there were some attacks on the road, and we came to inspect them, and I mean, we could work together.
Can I fly down now?
Yeah.
I want to land directly behind Morfran with like wide wing flare and then just slowly settle.
Okay, so you land.
Very dramatic.
Also,
Give
have
me a
they
performance check.
have they
God.
Stop making me do performance!
You're making it dramatic.
Natural 20!
Yeah. You see that the high elf and the genasi kind of like get a little closer to each other. You're like, oh god.
have they not yet seen Tiggles just stabbing?
No,
his
he's behind
horse?
the cart.
I was
He's
say,
in the
but if
cart.
I hear the
Oh,
ruckus,
he's
I'm gonna
behind the
come.
cart.
Okay.
So if I hear, like, I overhear everybody, I'm like, huh? So I like pop over and like go around.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
Oh God.
They might just think that we've been in a battle.
I actually
None
think I
of
have
you are
really good
covered in blood
intimidation.
except
Let's see.
Except for Tiggles.
17.
Anyway.
23.
Yeah, okay, so Tiggles, so you hear Merlin land behind you, Morfran, with a big flourish of wings, and then as you hear this, Tiggles runs out from behind the cart, covered in blood now, like sticky, coagulated blood just all over him. Do you say anything?
No, I just have like my usual like happy-go-lucky look on my face, just trying to wonder what's going on. Like,
So a halfling comes out, just covered in blood, like, yeah, that's great.
Great as
if anything, I'm gonna like look to Morphin and go, "Look, I fixed it."
Is this
Yeah.
what we're doing now, or are
Um,
we being...
I kind of just give him one of those like half-hearted like, sure, kid, you did good. Smiles.
Okay. And Jasper, you're still behind a rock. No one has noticed you.
Yeah, I don't... Do I want to come
Jasper's
out
just
from
watching all of
behind
us
the rock?
be idiots. It's great.
I don't know.
You
Like-
can say, no, I'm not gonna suggest anything. With your intimidation check, like the party kind of like moves back a little bit, but they're still holding their ground.
So I turn to the dwarf and I tell him, well, we could, I suppose, share the investigation site. it's not really the bounty we're after. We're after the creature itself. So if you wanted anything else, it's fine. But the thing is ours.
He kind of squares up a little bit, and he's like, "Aye, well, there's a bounty if we take it back, or proof of death, so we're kind of after it as well."
Well, like I said, you can have the bounty. I just need the thing.
So you do want to work together.
This guy's so confused.
Yes.
So, remind
It's
me,
the
there's a
Harpy and
dwarf,
Halfling
a
covered in blood. What's
Genasi,
to
a
be
high
confused
elf,
about?
and...
A human and a Goliath.
Okay.
And the human has a giant, poisonous snake with him,
Oh, interesting.
which is
Okay.
the eel, but I don't have a snake.
That's more fun.
Yeah.
I thought we had a snake.
The
There
Unagi.
might be an eel snake somewhere, but who knows? I want to fly forward and I want to grapple check the dwarf and pick them up in my talons.
All right. This couldn't go poorly.
This is the choice you make while being sane.
This is the choice that I make while being sane. It's athletics, right?
Yeah.
How Morfran
it's
and
a
Jasper
13.
got stuck with these two, I don't know.
It's not that great.
He resists your grapple. Let's see what happens here.
He's pulling out notes.
I am pulling out notes.
So I would be over there now. I'm technically in the air a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. How would he do
Is
this?
that...
Let's see. Did it seem threatening in what you were doing, or were you just kind of like
I
weirdly
was
messing
trying
with
to
it?
pick him up.
Pick him up off the ground?
It's depending on how he wants to take that. A giant fuck off harpy did just try to pick him up.
So you see the Genasi. Hold on, let me spread these out so I can see what my little party can do. The ranger human, the human that you see, he's a ranger. He pulls out a sword. The high elf takes out a staff and points it at you, Merlin. I know. The
Really
Goliath
unimpressed.
takes out a great axe, and the Genasi takes out two scimitars. And the dwarf just kind of like takes out a tiny little wand, and he's like, "Hey, whoa, what are you doing?"
How serious do they look about trying to fight right now?
They're pretty perturbed by what all they've seen so far. They've been intimidated. They've been impressed by the performance check that Merlin did. So I don't think they want to fight, but they're not
like,
above it.
How ready are they? Like,
Give
are
me an insight check.
okay?
I cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay.
That's really bad. That's a 10.
A fight could break out at any moment.
Oh no.
And you cast Blade Ward on yourself. Do you stay in the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not that far up though. I'm like 10 feet up.
Yeah. The air is tense, but nothing is happening yet.
Okay, great. I fucking come out from behind this rock, and I'm gonna use Necrotic Shroud.
Okay.
What was that?
So they'll have to roll a DC 14 Charisma save. Or be frightened of me for a minute.
So what this does is Jasper comes out.
I'm about to look real fucking scary.
Jasper comes out and walks up to the group, and they're all just they kind of do that thing where they pivot slowly to point at the new person coming in, and then all of a sudden Jasper's eyes go pure black, and they start to like bleed and inkiness, and then huge skeletal wings come out of his back.
Ooh.
Going full ham.
Yeah.
On an adventuring party.
They're probably like level 5.
Yeah.
I mean, remember the last adventuring party we ran into?
I mean, this
Yeah, they
probably
deserve it.
would not be useful against the big thing that we're gonna fight, so...
What is your DC?
14?
14. Okay. One of them saves, one of them passes out, and the other 3 just run.
Great.
Which one passed out?
The Genasi passed
Which
out.
one?
I pick it up.
Which one?
Breanna.
Which one's your Genasi?
The dwarf saved.
Of course the dwarf saved.
So let's say that this is the Genasi. Yeah, and then he just passes out. These 3 all run in this direction, away from you guys, yelling like, "Oh my god!" And don't they also take necrotic damage?
So it's once on my turn I can have an attack or spell deal 10 extra points of damage,
Okay.
but they don't just
Yeah.
take damage.
Yeah, one of them, the Genasi rolled a natural one, so he just passed out. And the dwarf looks like freaked out, but he's still holding his ground.
So
the fuck?
I want to give him a really big grin and use intimidation against him. Just be like, I just don't think this is going to be up to your speed.
So I fly off with the Genasi while all this is happening.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop it in one of the holes.
That's fucked up, but at the same time, Tiggles just
We're
watching
evil.
you go and being like, I wanted that.
I mean, that's a good way to test. That was what I was trying to do in the first place. I was like, great, they want to help, they can help.
Merlin just took away the present I wanted.
There's another one.
Eh.
It's not fresh.
You say this to the dwarf, and he looks at you, looks at Jasper, looks at the Tiggles covered in blood. He looks back, nobody there except for the Genasi flying off into the Harpy. And he just, have a good day. He just turns around and walks away.
Excellent.
Like, do this at him. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
I just choose the
Look.
biggest hole and I throw the Genasi into it.
Oh, God. Could
I mean, what a story to tell when you get back.
Yeah.
If this were any other campaign, I'd feel very bad about
No,
this.
don't. I love it. All right, let's All right, I'll just need this one sheet, which is.
I'm
the
so
Genasi.
good at being bad.
And you fly off with the Genasi. All right, what are the rest of you doing while?
I'd like to make a survival check and see if I can find any tracks.
Okay.
Slithering.
Give me a survival.
I should have pointed them out to you.
Yeah, you took off.
You thought I did?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't.
18.
18. Yeah, you like I told Merlin. There are tracks going towards the south and the north, and the ones going south are a bit larger.
Okay.
But they do resemble very similar things. They're sort of like big, sort of like tracks in the ground that sort of like concave.
Like a slithering thing
Yeah.
you've made.
So what
Can
you're
I-
saying is there's a big monster, and then also a
Can I
baby
tell which
monster.
ones look fresher?
They seem to be about the same. Also, my watch says I'm doing a dynamic workout.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Get that dynamic workout.
D&D.
Burn those calories.
And you see Merlin flying off towards the cliffs.
Sure. I have to wait for her to come back anyways, but I think I'm going to probably head towards the northern ones because they seem bigger. Or sorry, southern ones.
Yeah. So you.
So that's the way I'm going. So
And I tell Tiggles, "Come along."
I'm very huffy. Like, it's kind of a break of his character because he's a little huffy, like, because I really wanted to get that before Merlin. But I follow anyways. It's just like sulky, just stupid Harpy.
I wanted the victim.
Well, I said that was my present. I
Yeah.
wanted it.
Jasper, I think by now your shroud
I don't
is.
even think
Oh,
things
yeah.
are gone
I
anymore.
put it down. As soon as he was like, all right, bye, I'm like, great.
Yeah, and then on sort of that inkiness on your face just evaporates off of your face.
Yeah. All right.
neat.
We'll start walking the same direction as everyone else.
All right.
Might as well stay together.
At a comfortable pace, you all start to walk towards the cliffs, and you see Merlin in front of a cave.
Well, I want to perch much higher up after I'm gonna drop it down and then perch and watch.
Okay. Are you attempting to wake this person up at all?
I mean, I'm dropping them from fairly high, so they
Before the drop.
will probably wake up on the
Okay.
way when they hit the
When
ground.
they hit the ground for sure.
Yeah.
If they don't die.
All right, so let me...
I mean, I'm not dropping them from 80 feet in the air.
It's like a 10-foot drop.
It's probably 20,
Um,
which we could roll damage for that if we want. But it probably won't kill him.
yeah, he, you fly up, you perch, and you just drop him, and he sort of groans and sort of rolls over, and he's holding his side, and he's just kind of oh God, what just happened?
Fell from a great height.
Why do I feel like I fell from a great height? Let's see if he notices you perched above him. He does. He rolled natural 20 on that. He looks up and he just stops moving.
I just smile.
Yeah, he kind of like rolls back over and looking at the dirt, and he's just still, so still.
If I don't move, it can't see me.
I want to cast Ray of Frost at him and kind of like I want to try and use it as like, instead of like just like hitting the ground like it normally does, I want it to kind of like turn into like tiny spikes, but just enough to kind of prod him closer to the cave entrance.
Oh god, okay. Roll me an Arcana.
Okay, to see if I manage.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It is 21.
It does exactly what you intend.
Cool. And then, so Ray of Frost
How much
is...
damage?
Well, I have to hit him.
Yeah.
It's a 17.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so it's 3d8s. D8, let's do some damage. 7 plus 7 is 14, 15. 15 points of frost damage.
He's looking pretty rough from the drop and frost. So your ray of frost sort of hits the ground and then starts to spike up, prodding him. It starts to pierce into his flesh and kind of rolls towards the entrance of the cave. And he definitely cries out in pain again.
Great. Calling attention to himself. Thank you.
You start to feel a rumbling that shakes the entire cliffside. You guys aren't even caught up and you can feel it as well.
How far off are we?
I'd say that you can see Merlin up on the top of a cliff.
And we can see the cave.
Yeah,
I get
Can
really
I-
excited and
about 150 feet.
I charge Bacchus to speed.
Okay.
All right. I want to see if there's some cover somewhere towards the entrance of this cave. A little, not right up
It's-
next to it.
It's pretty barren up here. Like the
Great.
cliffsides come up and there's not a lot
Awesome.
of cover naturally.
Well, I would like to move off to one side then.
Yeah. You move off to a side. It's very dark in the cave just by the way the sun is hitting it. Because it's still pretty early in the morning. And Merlin, you look down. You're watching this person. All of a sudden, these huge tendrils come out, wrap around him, and pull him into the darkness.
Tendrils. What kind of tendrils exactly? Planty tendrils?
And you hear that rumbling again, and that stops. And you all feel it too. It's just the whole...
Does this seem like what we're looking for? As a player, I can't super remember what we're looking for. It was a snake thing, right?
They described it as a giant serpent,
Giant
but it was at night
serpent.
and they couldn't see it very well.
Because the fact that there are two slither things, this thing might just live here.
Yeah.
Go back the other way.
Could go back the other way.
We could always just kill this anyway.
Could.
You're good.
How long does it take us to get caught up to her?
You're up there now.
I go over to Merlin and scritch under your chin and ask you what you found.
So I'm gonna try and pantomime again.
Oh god.
And I'm gonna try and be like, it's an 11, it's a little better. So I'm like doing like the wave with my wings and like kind of like pointing towards it with mage hand and then like pretending to be like the dead Genasi, which isn't really dead, and then being like, ah! And then like, cast Ray of Frost again because it's a cantrip and like show you what I did.
There might be a water elemental in there.
If you want me to tell you, it takes 10 minutes. This is what we've got.
It seems strange that there's a water elemental in there.
Close enough, I decide.
Yeah.
You're not very good at charades.
I know. I am not.
But you're also a harpy, so I mean...
Yeah, canonically, I am not good at communicating.
Is it a bird? No. Are you sure it's not a bird?
Big bird.
Big bird, yeah.
Everything I do looks like maybe it's a bird. Yep, it's a problem.
Well, I kind of look at everybody and kind of shrug and just kind of go, well, caves are kind of my thing, so we can go in whenever.
Of course. I want to see,
I do not want to go in there.
is there, like, on our way walking up here, did I see, like, anything, like, any debris or, like, carnage maybe that got dragged along the track from the...
Give me an investigation check.
We might need to wait for night anyway.
I
I know, but they said that it sometimes attacked during the day.
Is it,
Right?
15? 15.
You found some, like, weird residue on the way up here?
Residue?
Yeah, that's the best I could describe it.
Okay.
Kind of tacky. It stings when you touch it.
Like, acidy stings? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, alright. And we said earlier when we were looking that it looked like there was evidence of some sort of, like, acid something or other, right?
There were slashes, there was acid, there were scorch marks, all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Did the merchants tell us that there was acid at the time, or that's just what we found?
That's just what you found.
Yeah, because potentially this could be something that just, like,
I
came
think
by
it
They
is.
did not stay around long enough to find out.
That's true.
Okay. Well, what shall we do then? Personally, I think it would be prudent to go look at the other site as well, and then make a decision from there before we go running in to fight anything.
We could do that. That's not a bad idea. It's not like this thing is going to go anywhere.
No, it looks as if this is where it lives. So, I'm sure it won't come out.
Did you look at the other site, the northern site?
I have not yet, no.
No, that was into the forest.
But I can fly that direction if you ask me to.
I was just wondering because it would have just been easier for you to teleport us there.
I don't know how much you would be able
I don't know where it is.
I know.
how much you would be able
Well,
to
if you
see
would have
from the
known where it
trees.
is,
I'll fly the other direction
Okay.
after Morfran asks me about it.
Yeah.
A lot. 24?
Okay. You fly up towards the woods, or the forest, towards the north, and you see that it gets really thick, but there is sort of like a natural clearing that you see, like, just a little bit of carnage in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to go down into the trees and get a better look at it.
Okay.
I'm staying in the treetops, though.
Okay. So you fly down into the clearing, and it is it looks like a little circle caravan that had, like, sort of parked there, sort of like off the road. Like, you see now that there's like a natural trail that sort of comes up into it. There's a clearing, probably where people stayed to get off the road. And you can see that it's all torn up.
It's slashing damage like what we saw before.
Slashing damage, some scorch marks, stuff like that.
Okay. I don't feel threatened at the moment.
I wouldn't say you feel any imminent threat, but you are in the middle of,
Alright, I want to land in the middle and I want to look for tracks.
Okay.
18.
You see some tracks sort of go a little bit deeper into the forest, but not too far, and you can actually see that there is a shape in the woods.
I take off and I head back to these guys. So it's just a shape.
Yeah, you couldn't see it. It's a little dim because of the light from the trees, that's
Right,
blocking
but
it.
it's fairly large.
I
And
kind
there
of
was
figured
a very large shape.
too that we are probably also heading that direction, so you probably don't have to head
Yeah,
back
I'll
the whole
I'll
way.
meet up with you. And I'll try. Fuck, I'm gonna try and pantomime a big shape and a caravan. That's an 11. So I'm like making like a circle with my wings, and then I'm like, ah! And I like throw it away like a big explosion signal, and then I kind of like hunch up and try and like puff up big to show you that there was something in the trees, and then I just kind of shrug. Like I don't know what it was.
A powder keg exploded. Got it.
Close enough.
Close enough.
That's fine. That works.
Well, as long as you do the the lassie follow me thing.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
fine.
gonna keep going that direction.
Yeah. We follow Merlin, I guess.
So
Yeah.
in the trees, I want to stay up and I want to kind of like flit from tree to tree because I don't trust the ground right now.
Okay. All right, so you guys are going there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, pardon this. This is just what this looks like.
It's a map, it's a map, it's a map.
I'm just going to put this over there, so. It's kind of like that.
Excellent.
You guys are approaching from this way. This is where the clearing was, so you can, I don't know, put yourself where you want.
I'm probably in the front.
I want my thing, please. Thank you.
And the shape was over here.
Okay.
On the far side.
So I use Mage Hand to point more specifically in that direction.
Does this site look as equally fresh as the last site did?
No.
Older site?
Yeah,
Okay.
over side.
Well, I completely bypass the caravans for now and just head towards the other side.
Okay. You just go right through, and are you just going right at it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Just right to the area she points at.
I stay back. I want to be within 60 feet of Morfran at all times, though.
Move this way. And we'll say that. Let's move these out of the way. Can you put that way?
Mm-hmm. Jump both of them or just one?
No, just pull them that way. Out of the way. So we'll just say this is all like a forested area.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Let's put some trees down, shall we? Just like, ooh, a big tree. So here's
Here's a
that
hat.
tree.
Y'all are really missing out on how beautiful our maps are.
Very well detailed.
Extremely. They're custom made.
They're very
just
well
for
thought
us.
out. Not sponsored by Dwarven Forge, but we could be.
That's a rock.
Okay. I'll remember that one is a rock.
We'll say that that's just generally what it's like.
Okay.
Alright, so you are like here?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, you approach
I'm gonna be-
sort of the edge of the clearing.
I'm gonna be on top of the caravan.
And Merlin is on top of the caravan. Where, Jasper and Tiggles, where are you?
I'll follow, but I kind of want to stay. I can't reach this far.
Where do you want to be?
Back, sort of
Behind
just
this?
behind the corner of the one.
Okay.
Yep.
It doesn't.
What is that game old people play with the push stick shuffle ball?
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard. Where
Maybe
do you
one
want
of
to
those
be?
for D&D.
A little bit behind Morfran.
Behind more friends?
Yeah.
So here?
Yeah, like right there.
Okay.
Like, he's cautious enough to know to keep a little bit of a distance, but still wants to be up there.
I can say this particular map brought to you by Dungeon in a Box, not sponsored.
But we could be.
As you approach, your passive is 16?
17.
17. You can hear a very steady breathing
Mm-hmm.
sort of over in that area.
Sure.
It is a large creature.
Shocker. How far away is it now? Generally, from where we are? It's like, what, 6?
About 80 feet.
80, okay. Okay.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Can I see it any clearer now than I could before?
It's still a little hard. It's a little dense coming through this way, and there's a little bit of stuff blocking your view, but you can still see a large shape in that
Okay.
area.
I want to cast. I don't think that's a good idea. I want to cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And then I want to fly up into one of the trees on the other side of it,
Sure.
sneakily as possible. Here, can you put me over there on that tree?
See,
Next to the rock. No, that's the rock. I need to be in the tree next to the rock. One more tree. There you go. You point me the other direction. There we go. So that's where I want to be. Super invisibly.
okay. Can I tell at all if it's got fur, scales, or anything like that from where I
Give
am?
me a perception check.
Nope, that's a natural one.
No, you can't. Just seems like a big shadow in the distance.
Yeah, I get some sweat in my eyes.
I
see it
want to
from where I
try
am?
and look at it.
I can see it now.
Yeah, you can. It is not moving. Put that.
Yep.
Found it.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
realize it was that far back. I thought I would
Now
be
I know why
behind
there were
it.
2.
Okay. Now that I can see it, I would like to cast Fireball.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
God damn it.
Going in hard.
Always.
All right.
Just Merlin's a no.
So
like
I
cast
want
fireball.
to do my signature move where it starts from inside it
Okay.
and it.
Give me an Arcana check.
That's
That's
cocked as
not
fuck.
right. Yeah.
Natural 16 plus a lot.
Yeah, that's fine. It does exactly what you want it to do.
Okay, so he would roll a Constitution saving throw. It is a DC 16.
Fails.
Cool. Okay, and do I get assassinate on that because he hasn't gone yet?
Sure.
4,
Goddamn
5,
Harpy.
6, 7. Do I get sneak attack too?
Sure.
Oh my god.
That's why I did this, you guys. It's probably immune to fire. 15, 20, 25, 34 times 2 is
68.
68.
You focus on your spell, and that sort of like mote of light that exists for fireball sort of disappears from your hand, and you can feel that it's sort of inside the target, right?
Yeah.
And you can see as it starts to glow, and you see this long serpentine body with multiple limbs. You all see this. It starts to glow. It wakes up and starts to choke, and then you can see sort of like cracks forming all over its body, and then it just and just obliterates into ash. There is nothing left.
Well, fuck.
Jesus.
Fly over to it and I press the card into the ash pile. Just in case.
So the ground is just smoldering, and there's just ashes left, and you place the card down, and nothing happens.
Guys, why does this keep happening?
As soon as the fireball went off, Morfran would have
Because
charged.
you keep fireballing everything that happens to come across you.
No bones or anything. It's just all ash.
I want to make a perception check.
Obliterated.
God damn it.
This wasn't it, was
Let me
it?
move me up a little bit behind
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
Because Tiggles just
telling
runs up
you.
after you.
20, I'm looking around. Did it reform somewhere else in the goddamn front?
No, you don't see anything. It's just dead.
Are
Fuck.
there
I
any
could've
limbs
had
or anything left?
Okay, I'll say that like it did gib a little bit, so there's like just like splatter like on some of the woods.
Can I go over to the
Tiggles, you got really lucky. One shot just went and hit you right in the face. And so you
Yeah.
got a little bit of extra blood on your face.
Sweet.
I'm so disappointed.
And stop fireballing everything.
Well, it did what it was supposed to do. It just wasn't the thing that I wanted it to be.
Jesus.
Probably.
That's why we can't have nice things.
I keep wasting high-level spells.
I like
I'm still
go
invisible.
over to a piece of lamb
You
and maybe
chose
make a
this.
nature check to see if I Recognize the
Sure,
creature.
give me a nature check.
No, probably not. It's only an 8.
8, no. Like a weird big serpent thing, but you don't really know what it is.
Do I recognize it?
Give me a nature check.
Does it have to be nature? Can it be arcana?
Because of the history of these things, I
Yeah.
will say yes.
It's not very good. It's a 14.
No, like weird big snake thing.
Probably smells good.
It kind of does a little bit.
Charred meat.
Victor might know what this is. But I don't know who that is. Okay.
And I look at Merlin and I ask her
I'm
if she
invisible.
put the... Oh. I look for Merlin. And I don't see Merlin.
I fly down and I drop invisibility. What a waste. I'm so mad.
Damn it!
Jordan!
That's dead now.
Jordan!
You killed it.
God damn it!
I'm so mad.
You're sane even today.
I did exactly what I set out to do. It just wasn't the thing it was supposed to be.
Yeah, you were vicious.
I'm really mad.
Anyways, I look at Merlin when she drops invisibility and I asked her specifically if she put the card in it.
Oh, I forgot I would be down there.
Yeah, you would be down.
And I nod and I do it again just in case, and nothing happens.
I hand her a foot.
I put it to the foot.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I growl slightly.
Yeah.
Back to the caves then.
I'm so angry. You had a map for this and a little thing and everything.
I did.
I'd like to pilfer the camp before we leave, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
see
you
if there's
find rations,
anything
you find
worth
about
taking.
60 gold total.
Sure.
There's not too much of use to you in this thing, unless you're looking for something in particular. It just seems like a lot like a merchant traveling caravan. I'm like, if you wanted some fine silks, or if you wanted some spice.
Get some of that high quality cinnamon
So that
right
was-
there.
Sorry, it attacked the caravan 3 days ago.
An attack happened. On
The one that on the road.
Yeah.
I guess 4 days.
Yeah, 4 days now. Okay, so I take 10 minutes
Okay.
to slowly scratch out on the ground while everybody else is looting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least Morfran's looting and probably Tiggles. That I think we should
Yes,
probably go
looting.
back to the caverns, and that we should wait for nightfall and have some sort of a of bait that we set up so that it will come out of its cave, because I do not want to go in there. Because I will die.
Maybe.
Secret tunnel.
Through the mountain. secret tunnel.
And they die.
Star-Crossed Lovers, Secret Tunnel. That's all we can afford of that song.
Yeah.
And then they died.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. See you in the next
Bye.
episode.